while since I've done one of these. I hope you're having an awesome day or evening wherever you are in the world watching this. And I hope that these lessons and small Behind the Artist series have helped you create some of your own music. Today we're going to look at the backstory of what is The Unknown. And this is the very first song that I launched my career with. So I think this was 2018 when I kicked off my first single ever to put into the world. The Unknown was a song that hit close to home. This is my goodbye letter to my parents before I took off to Australia to go study. Getting on that flight is probably one of the hardest things I had to do. And you know, it's hard because how do you leave your parents, your loved ones, your friends, you know, everything? How do you leave that behind? You know, it takes a lot of strength and courage. And I was 21 years old at the time. I didn't know anyone down in Australia. I was literally going to a place where I didn't know anyone. And that's why this song is called The Unknown. And then the second verse when I say, "And God, thank you for allowing my mom to live to see the day where I lived my dream and she would send her son so far away." My mom had cancer. It was just hard to see. I was 18 years old at the time, and seeing your mom deteriorate right in front of you, and she's literally dying. It was very hard for us as a family during that time, just to see my mom just kind of in that state. But luckily, you know, thank God, you know, miracles happen and she's completely healed. She's cancer free. And so this is like me kind of relieving all that stress. I'm like, all right, cool. Now I can focus on Australia. Like God would provide a way, some way, somehow for me to go to Australia. And he did. The voyage into the unknown. The unknown is Australia. The unknown is my dream, because I'm just like, all right, cool. Like I'm sacrificing everything just to go to this place. And I don't know what the outcome is going to be. So I remember I'm just like dragging on the plane, and all of a sudden when the pilot says, "Oh, we'll soon be landing in Australia, in Sydney. If you look out your window to the left," it's like you'll see the Sydney Opera House. And I'm just like, I couldn't believe my ears, because I've been like waiting for so long for this moment to happen. And then I look to the left, and there's a Sydney Opera House like right then and there. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm like here. And the ocean was so beautiful, like you could see it. And I'm just like, man, this is amazing. I'm like, I'm here. I had to pinch myself, because I'm just like, oh my gosh. I was like, I'm actually here in Australia. I'm here at Hillsong College. But Australia was amazing. Bondi Beach, amazing. Freaking Royal National Park, amazing. Sydney Opera House, amazing. Pancakes on the Rocks. Chris, I know you're watching this, so thank you for taking me there. It was like the best restaurant ever. You have like the Sydney Opera House in view, and then you have the waves kind of clashing against the rocks, and you're just eating there, like stuffing your face in, having this beautiful scenario, Darling Harbor Bridge right over the, you know, the top of the window and stuff, and you just have this amazing view. It was like romantic. I think Chris was taking me on a date, but I had no idea. And this was like probably the best like closing days of my last days in Australia, just being there. So we're gonna go into the music production side of things. So you're gonna do finger picking on capo 2. Remember, make a G chord, but instead of the 2 fingers, the E and A string go below. So you're playing on the D and A string. So, and then you go lift your middle finger off the A string. Now you play the G chord. And then you go to a D major. And so all together, it should sound like this. To the pre-chorus, you go to an A minor, then C, then G, then D major. Then you go back to the finger picking, to that weird G, and then you go to the hold on. All right, so how do I get my voice into that reverb thing? So I have this Big Sky pedal that you see on here. It's on the second preset that's called Stardust, so it has reverb to your voice, and reverb is like this echoey sensation, right? So if I pull down the mic, right? So when you sing, right? So hold on, 'cause I know that I'll come back home, but first I must go to the unknown. So hold on, 'cause I know that I'll come back home, but first I must go to the unknown. Oh, so you hear that echo, right? That echo, that spacey reverb type of noise. That's with this pedal that you hear. So I remember you, my missus, all your hugs and all your kisses, but it kept me in time to leave you behind. But when I came back from my journey, I knew you wouldn't be there for me. So I faced all my fears, moved on and dried all of my tears. 'Cause in this ocean is where I will go. The ocean talk is all I know. Where the seas come crashing down in waves, and the mountain top calls out my name. And I felt the entire mountain rage, and I've climbed every single stage, but I won't give up till I come back home. So I hold on, 'cause I know that I'll come back home, but first I must go to the unknown. So I'll hold on, 'cause I know that I'll come back home, but first I must go to the unknown. But I'll come back. So the second part, when I say, oh, I remember you, my missus, all your hugs and all your kisses, but it killed me inside to leave you behind. And when I came back from my journey, I knew you wouldn't be there for me. So I faced all my fears, moved on, and dried all of my tears. And that was probably the hardest thing out of everything that happened in my life, was knowing that I would not come back to the same old things. So I closed that chapter, made peace with it, moved on. And like I started traveling the world, I started experiencing these different countries, and it was like, for me, like my dream was becoming a reality. Like that's how I started the first chapters of Xander Wolf. Like, all right, cool, I get a fresh start. Regardless of the bad things that are happening in my life, this is a fresh start for me to keep going on and continuing. This is kind of what I did for the album version of The Unknown. With the violins, I literally just grabbed my iPad and then plugged it into the audio jack, and then literally played from GarageBand. On the iPad, I just played the violins. So I literally was just swiping my finger back and forth with the orchestra. I took off the high violins, added the cellos and the mids, the viola and the violin, I believe. But I took out the very, very high ones out, because I just wanted more mid and low end, and so that's what I started playing on my iPad, and that's what you hear the orchestra in the background of the song. So when it goes back to the chorus, right? So I'll hold on. I put a synth ARP lead, so this is like an ARP, right? So. goes crazy, right? The breakdown happens, the guitars are like going in, I'm swelling, Craig is going crazy on the drums, I'm going crazy on the guitar. I'm not gonna recreate it because I'm just too lazy for it. Yeah. And so it ends, right? That's what you hear, and that's how the song ends and stuff. I remember for the single version, I just ended it with the guitar, and then the piano, I think, closes it off. But here, the guitar kind of just ends it, and then with the voice and also with the pads. So that's why I did different for the album version. And that's The Unknown. It's not that hard. Literally, it's, if I can pull up a piano here, which I doubt I have. Oh, yes, I do. And if you're wondering how I do all that by memory, look, I put 4 hours a day into practicing music. That's how seriously I take it. Yeah, so that's the song. So guys, welcome to the Xander update. So merch, I actually get to see this weekend everything that I've just been creating and designing through these past months that I've been just MIA. Merch, don't worry, I still haven't forgotten about the giveaway, because people are like, when are you gonna do the giveaway? I still have to have merch in order to do the giveaway. I do have a concert coming up in April 10th, so I will be here locally in Wooddale. Look guys, there's 8 artists performing, and let me tell you, they've put in their work, hard work, night and day to bring you guys a spectacular concert. You don't want to miss. We literally just had the rerun this past Saturday. I was supposed to go to Brazil and perform next month, but the country is in lockdown. I'm already vaccinated as it is. That being said, Costa Rica, I will be there in June. I just booked my flight. I've been at work for album number 2. I'm like already 14 songs in. The Voyager is all about, you know, exploring other cultures, just kind of diving into people's ethnicities and backgrounds and bringing that into house music, translating it the way. I know I have some Spanish songs coming out. I'm excited to release new music to you guys soon. Do yourself a favor, show up at the concert. It's free for 1. It's outside for 2. I know there's gonna be food for sale and stuff. That's gonna be cash only. But it's carne asada, there's tacos and all that stuff. If you hate tacos, there's something wrong with you, man. Tacos makes everyone happy, especially when you put the lime and the cilantro like the way it should be. Do yourself a favor and show up to the concert and eat some good Latino food and enjoy some awesome live music. So I'm excited to see you on April 10th. The concert is starting at 7 to 10 p.m. Please be there on time. We have to respect sound barriers and also sound laws in Illinois and the state of Wooddale. So remember what I said last year is safety is my first priority, and then having fun is our second priority. Guys, I don't want no one to get sick from this and all that stuff. I will see you on the 10th, hopefully. Hopefully it'll be nice weather and all that stuff. Dress up warm because we're still in April. Please be prepared. Bring a sweater just in case, or a jacket just in case it gets cold later in the night. I'll see you on the 10th. Xander out. Take care.